Canto 14. The Three Modes of Nature. Lord Sri Krishna said, "Once more to you I shall declare and lend what is the peak of knowledge that man can ascend, this paramount gnosis that the liberated sages have reached, by which the boundaries of mortal perfection have been breached. By taking shelter in this knowledge, they have obtained the highest wisdom, which in my oneness can be attained. No more are they reborn in the cycle of destruction and creation, nor are they agitated or confused by the universal extinction. O Arjuna, the worldly creation is my womb vast, within which the seed of life I infuse and cast, from which arise the beings of the mortal realm. For all the living creatures, I am the Creator Supreme. For all the wombs in which the living are generated, O Arjuna, I am the womb wherein they are created. And all the life forms on earth I have fathered. From my seed, all their life energies they have gathered. Rajas, Tamas and Sattva are the qualities procreated. Threefold in nature they have been created. O Arjuna, the immutable self is by them bound. Governing the body and consciousness, they are found. Sattva is the quality that reflects in serenity, illumined by virtue and an immaculate purity. This quality produces in man no disease or affliction. O Arjuna, it expresses through happiness and knowledge's fascination. Rajas is that which ignites in one a passionate fire, a strong feeling of liking, longing and desire. O Arjuna, it is born out of a position for things. Through attachment to works, it binds the self in all beings. But tamas is the quality that creates a delusion and traps all beings by ignorance's illusion. O Arjuna, the mortals are by it confounded. In laxity, laziness and sleep it is founded. By happiness, the nature sattva is bound, and by desires and actions, rajas is ensnared found. O Arjuna, but tamas is attached to negligence, and its cloak of ignorance cages the intelligence. O Arjuna, when the sattva qualities of nature lead, overpowered, the rajas and tamas components recede. Rajas rises when sattva and tamas are suppressed, and tamas grows when rajas and sattva are depressed. When the light barges open all the doors of the being, its luminous knowledge brings forth the awakening. Know that whenever there is such an activation, the quality of sattva is leading in domination. When the rajas quality is in an increasing state, O Arjuna, the following tendencies begin to escalate: greed and a restless desire to initiate action, and the beings seek fruits with an impulsive passion; darkness, delusion, and an ignorant negligence, and a futile indulgence in actions of impotence. O Arjuna, whenever tamas is on the rise, all these nature's deformities in that being arise. At the final moments, if sattva nature is in abundance, during the period of death, dissolution, and ascendance, the being reaches the realm that is most fortunate, where dwell the highest knowledgeable souls, immaculate. If rajas abounds when the embodied being is passing away, the soul is born into the womb that seeks desire's way. And if tamas is the dying soul's nature predominant, the being is reborn in a low womb of a being ignorant. When the works are performed in sattva's light, the fruits are pure as the mode of action is right, and works done in Raja's state bring only pain, but ignorance results of Tamas's actions vain. From Sattva alone true gnosis comes, while with Rajas the being only greedy becomes. But Tamas brings forth ignorance's illusion. The negligent being dwells in a state of delusion. The embodied ones in Sattva upwards ascend. Those in Rajas remain in the middle, but do not descend. While the beings of Tamas's inertial negligence in the soul's journey only sink in further decadence. When the divine being attains the realization of nature's threefold modular operation and of the Supreme who is beyond nature, towards me he turns and attains my stature. Rising upwards, the embodied soul is elevated. When from nature's triple bondage it is liberated. From birth, death, old age and disease, the sufferings mortal, the soul is freed and attains to the immortal. Arjuna asked, what are the signs that one can see, and what are the actions of that soul free? The triple natures, how does one ascend? O Lord, answers to these questions, please extend. Lord Krishna replied, O Arjuna, Sattva's enlightened mode of action, Rajas's work, impulsions, and Tamas's delusion. He who neither detests nor shirks away, nor desires these vehicles of nature in any way. He who remains firm and witnesses quietly, seated well above the triple modes, nonchalantly, knowing all occurrences to be in sync with nature's way, detached and immobile, he observes the forces play. Who dwells in the self, poised and still, in both joy and sorrow, he remains tranquil. Stone, mud or gold, all as one he treats. Praise or blame, friends and foes, alike he greets. To him, honor and insult are just the same. The factions of foes and friends, another zero-sum game. In all his work actions, his desire for initiating has ended. Mortal nature, such a being, is said to have transcended. He who loves and yearns for me with his heart, he whose devotion for me has no end or start, nature's triple modes he can easily breach, and the supreme state he is said to be ready to reach. Because I am the eternal foundation, the imperishable and immortal Lord of the creation, the timeless code of man I verily uphold. I am the highest bliss that a mortal can behold. Thus ended the 14th canto of the Bhagavad Gita, where Sri Krishna described to Arjuna the modes and functionings of the triple natures, Rajas, Tamas and Sattva.